Good morning once again. Let us invoke the blessings of the Almighty with a silent prayer. I once again request everyone to rise up for the silent prayer.
Thank you all. All are requested to be seated. Tkmce College of Engineering, the first government-aided and autonomous institution affiliated to APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University, was established in the year 1958 by late Tkmce Aicte, who was an industrialist, philanthropist, and a great visionary. Today, college is a renowned name for technical education in the country, offering courses in 7 branches of engineering and architecture at undergraduate level, along with various courses in postgraduate and PhD levels.
AICTE has launched the AICTE Idea Lab for encouraging students for application of science, technology, engineering and mathematics fundamental towards enhanced hands-on experience and learning by doing. Idea Lab facilitates the students to engage, explore, experience, express and excel as desired by the Honorable Prime Minister in the wake of release of National Education Policy 2020.
May I now request the respected Principal Dr. T.A. Shahul to deliver the welcome address.
President of today's function, Dr. Shahala Musliar, Chairman, Governing Body, Tkmce College of Engineering. Honorable guests of the day, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, All India Council for Technical Education, Dr. Neeraj Saxena, Advisor, All India Council for Technical Education, Dr. Ramesh Krishnan, Advisor to AICTE, Janab Jalaluddin Musliar, Treasurer Tkmce College Trust, Janab Jamaluddin Musliar, other faculty colleagues who are sitting in the dais, my dear colleagues, my dear students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all. We are about to witness today the launch of a great initiative of All India Council for Technical Education in our college. The first phase of the iconic Idea Lab project of AICTE. 49 colleges were selected and our college had the privilege of being one of them. The Idea Lab in our college is going to be a place to mold the youth to think differently and bring out smart and innovative ideas. It will help them to reinforce what they learn through hands-on expertise. AICTE, the most vibrant body, statutory body of our country, is determined to revamp and restructure the technical education of our country by introducing novel avenues like Idea Lab. Having selected for this prestigious Idea Lab, we would like to extend our highest sense of gratitude to All India Council for Technical Education on this occasion. On this momentous occasion, we must remember our great founder Janab who dreamt for the redemption of the poor and education of his fellow beings and put a robust foundation to Tkmce College Trust. That is, it is his vision and prayers lead us through the difficult times. May God bless him with peace in eternal life. President of this inaugural function, Honorable Chairman, Dr. Shahala Musliar, the guiding forces of the college, carries on his shoulders the legacy of our great founder, Janab Musliar. A graduate from Texas in chemical engineering, he leads us to an enlightened mission, excellence in education and research, social, economic, and environmental. On behalf of all who gather here, may I extend a warm welcome to our honorable chairman, Shahab Musliya, to this function. We are fortunate in having the most distinguished Professor Rajiv Kumar, Honorable Member Secretary of All India Council for Technical Education, for inaugurating this prestigious center in our college. An ardent academician and a seasoned administrator, his attributes are many. He did his Masters in Computer Technology and Applications and PhD from IIT Delhi. Mathematical computing is his favorite area, and he had published several research papers in national and international journals. A visiting professor in many universities in India and abroad, he is a gifted teacher too. He is the fulcrum of the various initiatives of ICT aimed at redefining the quality and standards of technical education of our country. On behalf of all who gather here, I am privileged to welcome our most distinguished guest, Professor Rajiv Kumar, to this inaugural function. Dr. Tkmce Aicte, Advisor 1, All India Council for Technical Education, is a man of versatility. Attained his doctoral degree in physics from the National Physical Laboratory in New Delhi. He was involved in establishing India's first indigenous Doppler sonar capable of remotely profiling wind and turbulence in lower atmosphere. He was instrumental in establishing 35 defect centers of relevance and excellence, known as CORE. Having trained in project management for World Bank funded projects in the National Training Center of Indian Labour Organization in Italy, he knows the nook and corner of unforeseen hurdles in implementing the projects. A visionary who dreams the total restructuring of classroom teaching, he provides expert advice and guidance to the Council on various matters related to technical education, including curriculum development, accreditation, and so on. On behalf of all who gathered here, I am extremely happy to welcome our honorable guest, Dr. Tkmce Aicte, to this inaugural function. Dr. Ramesh he needs no introduction to the academic community in Kerala, particularly in Kerala. He is the advisor to All India Council for Technical Education and an ever-vibrant leader. Having 20 plus years of experience in academics and administration, he is basically a mechanical engineer with PhD in management and has many publications in this field. He was instrumental in coordinating the Swachhata Awards and Clean Campus initiative of Ministry of HRD of Government of India. He had also served as the center head for the prestigious Prime Minister's Special Scholarship Scheme at Srinagar, recipient of many awards like Visionary Leader of 2017, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement Award, and so on. He joined AICT as Director in 2012 and currently advisor to AICT Approval Bureau. A man with tons of energy, he suffuses a quantum of energy on us with a mere presence. So, on behalf of all who gather here, I welcome you to this campus. Janab Jalaluddin Musliya, Treasurer of Tkmce Colleges, needs no introduction to the community or the august audience present here. He is the dynamic leader of our trust. A source of energy for the academic community here. He always support the college with the right advice and encouragement. And alumnus of our college, he is in forefront to adapt changes and implementing the novelties without delay. We are blessed by your presence here, and on behalf of all who gathered here, may I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Janab Jalaluddin Musliya to this function. Our trust members, Janab Jamaluddin Musliya and Janab Akbar Haidar Musliya are present in this meeting. They are supporters in all our endeavors, and on behalf of all who gathered here, may I extend a warm welcome to Janab Jamaluddin Musliya and Janab Akbar Haidar Musliya. Dr. Muhammad Sadiq, he deserves a special mention at this occasion. In fact, he and his team form the heart and soul of Idea Lab. He is the chief mentor of the Idea Lab. his untiring efforts made everything possible. And on behalf of all who gathered here, may I extend a warm welcome to my learned friend, Dr. Muhammad Sadiq. Dr. Krishna Kumar, he is the mentor in Idea Lab, and his tireless efforts, untiring efforts made the Idea Lab possible. May I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Krishna Kumar to this function. In this meeting, our trust member, Janab Anwar Musliar, is present, and may I extend a warm welcome to Janab Anwar Musliar to this meeting. And on behalf of all my faculty colleagues, heads of departments, deans present here, this is our special mention. I welcome all of them to this meeting, and I welcome all staff to this meeting. And my dear students, you are going to be the fulcrum of this lab. You need to, actually India, our country's future is in your hands. And this Idea Lab is going to be one of the venues to mold it. So I request all of you to utilize it fully, explore it fully. It's going to be an interdisciplinary space for all. And not only for our students, for the students from outside too. So I welcome all my students to this inaugural function. I welcome one and all. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, sir. Next, I invite Dr. Muhammad Sadiq, Chief Mentor Idea Lab, to brief about Idea Lab.
Good morning, one and all. Respected President of the meeting, Janab Tkmce Aicte, President, Tkmce College Trust, Chief Guest of the Day, Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, Aicte, Dr. Tkmce Aicte, Advisor, National Steering Committee Member, Motivator, and Loving Advisor for Idea Lab, Dr. Ramesh Punnikishan, Advisor, Aicte, Principal T.A. Shahrurami, Janab T.K. Jalaluddin Musliar, Treasurer Tkmce Trust, Dr. Jamaluddin Musliar, Dr. T.S. Krishna Kumar, Coordinator, Idea Lab, class members, principals of various institutions, invited guests, HODs, deans, colleagues, and my dear student friends. Today, it's the day of reality as the efforts made by our great institution, along with the generous support of Tkmce Trust and Aicte, is going to be materialized. With the blessings of Almighty and the praise of all present, let me brief about the Aicte Tkmce Idea Lab that's being inaugurated today. Tkmce College of Engineering, the first government-aided and autonomous institution affiliated to APJ Abdul Kalam Technological University. The college was established in the year 1958 by late Janab Tkmce Musliar, an industrialist, philanthropist, and a great visionary in a period when the development of technical education in India gathered momentum owing to the suggestions put forth by Nalini Ranjan Circle Committee. The college has produced thousands of eminent alumni like Dr. S. Somnath, current ISRO Chairman, Padma Shri winners Dr. T.K. Aicte, Surya Krishnamurthy, and many more who are working around the globe. Currently, the college offers courses in 7 branches of engineering and architecture at undergraduate level, along with PG programs and doctoral programs. Aicte Idea Lab scheme was launched on by Aicte, Idea Development, Evaluation and Application. That's at Idea Lab on January 1, 2021, to establish infrastructure supporting new age learning in its institution. This is aimed at encouraging students through application of science, technology, engineering, and mathematical fundamentals on developing ideas towards enhanced hands-on experience, learning by doing, and even product visualization. As a common facility embedded in the institution, our Idea Lab will make engineering graduates more imaginative and creative, besides getting basic training in the 21st century skills like critical thinking, problem solving, research, collaboration, communication, lifelong learning, etc. Idea Lab can facilitate the students and the faculty to engage, explore, experience, express, and excel as directed by the Honorable Prime Minister in the wake of release of a National Education Policy 2020. The lab will serve as an empowering infrastructure for faculty to dwell into multidisciplinary education and research as emphasized in NED. The main purpose of the lab is to provide all facilities under one roof for the conversion of an idea to a model or a prototype. The focus will be on training students to make them more imaginative and creative and stay so at the workplaces they join after their course. Our institution applied for the project as per the call from the AICT, and after screening and online reviews, when the results were announced in a live session on 14 June 2021 by AICT Chairman Professor Anil Sahasrapati, along with Professor N.D. Pune, Vice President AICT, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, National Steering Committee members, and other officials of our AICT. Our own Tkmce was one among the 49 institutes selected and India on a 50-50 cost-sharing basis. I remember the words of Dr. Rajiv at the time of announcement, who is the chief guest today. There should be no doubt idea lab which should work on trust, allowing free access to facilities 24/7. And achieves, we would strive to achieve the expectations and the intentions of the National Steering Committee, even though we are a little bit delayed due to unforeseen circumstances. The project has a sanctioned funding of 82 lakhs. On account of the allied infrastructure development, the overall project cost incurred is around 1 crore. After our selection, the Idea Lab team members got trained in various FDPs conducted around under the supervision of the National Steering Committee members in various colleges across our country. Even though we are delayed for the official inauguration with the available facilities of the Fab Lab, our team conducted around 15 various programs. General awareness program for TKM faculty, technical staff, introductory section for our TKM higher secondary school students, workshop on 3D modeling and printing for selected faculty, 2-day workshop on 3D modeling and printing for technical staff, 3D scanner introduction and awareness to faculty of mechanical department, skilling workshop on embedded system development, 2-day awareness program on wooden root and laser engraver, 2-week Idea Lab awareness and basic hands-on training for all first-year students as part of the student induction program. Robotics is another program which we are conducting hands-on workshop along with AI in Department of our college. Then follow me, ideation workshops of the internal participants. Then hands-on workshop for nearby government school students. 1-day awareness program for external faculties of engineering colleges, and awareness program for students of the Tkmce Aicte conducted some 1 week before. We are looking forward to collaborate with industries, design institutes, schools and colleges nearby and planning on enhancing awareness of AICT lab awareness among students to help them engage, explore, experience, express and excel. That's all from my side. Thanks for our respected AICT members for your esteemed presence. Wishing you all present here success and praying to God Almighty for all the blessings to our great institution to move ahead to fulfill the dreams of our great founder, Tkmce Aicte, and the vision of our chairman and treasurer, and to come out with flying colors to make our great India proud. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite our beloved chairman and president of TKM College Trust, Janab Dr. Tkmce Aicte, for the presidential address.
Sabda Honored Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary AICT, Dr. Niraj Saxena, Advisor 1, AICT, Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan, Advisor, AICT, Janab Dilaruddin Musliar, Treasurer, TKM College Trust, other members of the TKM College Trust, Dr. T. Shahul Amin, Principal of the college, dear faculty and staff, my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to be here today in this function where we are inaugurating the AICTE Idea Lab in our college. Our college is one among the 49 privileged colleges that the AICTE has chosen from the entire country to roll out this new initiative. I would like to personally thank AICTE for all the support rendered to us in all these years. Tkmce College of Engineering is the first and the foremost institution for technical education run by Tkmce College Trust. The foundation stone of the college was laid in the year 1956 by Dr. Rajendra Prasad, the first president of the independent India. And the college was formally inaugurated in 1958 by Professor Humayun Kabir, the then Minister for Scientific and Cultural Affairs, Government of India, reflecting a commendable legacy of more than 6 decades. Today, Tkmce College of Engineering is a NAC-A grade college, having NBA accreditation for all undergraduate programs, and also the institution with the highest annual student intake in the state. We have been voted as the top institution in India in terms of return of investment by Popular Magazine multiple times. Awarding us the AICTE Idea Lab will provide us the impetus to reach further heights. To inaugurate and grace this occasion with his esteemed presence, we are fortunate to have the Honorable Member Secretary of AICTE, Professor Rajiv Kumar, and much respected Dr. Niraj Saxena, Advisor 1, IDC, AICTE, and Dr. Ramesh Krishnan, Advisor 2, Policy and Academic Planning Bureau, AICTE. Also grace this occasion with their presence. As chairman of this institution, I am delighted to extend a warm welcome to our honorable guests. As we all know, the Idea Lab is an initiative and promoting initiative rolled out by the AICTE to transform technical education by empowering young minds with cutting-edge tools, processes and skills. This is expected to provide a platform for the students to experiment with and develop their ideas and eventually convert them into innovative products. Tkmce College of Engineering is always committed to supporting society through innovations. During the 2018 Kerala floods, our institute has contributed through initiatives like Mission Reconnect, Back to Home, Back to School, etc. We have completed a low-cost housing project for the underprivileged citizens of our society as part of the EDAM project. Along with the respectives of the government of Kerala, we are invited to the UN headquarters in New York on 10th April 2018 to present this project. During COVID-19, we have developed a low-cost substitute for a normal ventilator, an oxygen concentrator, UV disinfection chamber, samples of Koyo's automatic sanitizer, dispenser, hand sanitizer, and mobile apps, along with other volunteering activities. As recognition of our contribution to fighting COVID-19, Tkmce College has won the privilege of National Award of KRISHT Shantan Vishakarma Award 2020 declared by the Union Ministry of Education. In this context, the vision of Idea Lab is highly relevant. A center for excellence in digital fabrication where creativity blossoms into innovative ideas. And these ideas are evaluated, developed, tested for the greater good of the society. I am sure our Idea Lab will act as a nodal center to educate and promote entrepreneurship in the local community, especially where we are making the facilities accessible to the students of the college and schools around us. The integration of Idea Lab into the existing workshop facilities of the colleges also help in the customized manufacturing to support the prototyping of products developed by the startups. Innovating for a better tomorrow is highly relevant, and I hope that our academic community will be able to provide innovative solutions that are sustainable and at the same time affordable. I express my very best wishes for a successful and productive Idea Lab. May God bless us all. Thank you, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Professor Rajiv Kumar completed his PhD from IIT Delhi in 1990 after completing his MSc and MPhil from Roorkee University. He worked as a lecturer at Sia State College of Engineering, Haryana. In 2003, he earned an ME in Computer Technology and Application from Delhi College of Engineering. His research interests are mathematical computing, software engineering, and image processing. He has presented several research papers in India and abroad and has visited many foreign universities in USA, Canada, China, and Malaysia.
He was also the Dean of the Department of Information Technology and Computer Science, Dean Bandhu Choturam University of Science and Technology, Murtha. He has also served in various curriculum development committees, academic councils, and university courts. He has also served in the Board of Governors of various institutions and committees constituted by Government of India. In 2016, he joined AICT, New Delhi, Government of India on deputation as Advisor 1 and CVO as Head of Policy in the Academic Planning Bureau. He has been the Member Secretary of AICT, New Delhi since September 2019.
Some of his outstanding contributions include designing the model curriculum for technical programs with the help of industry and academia, designing a 3-week induction program and made it compulsory in technical education so that students feel comfortable in the new learning environment, establish a healthy daily routine, and foster bonding between students and staff. An examination policy was also developed based on the Bloom's taxonomy, which covers all aspects of examination. A comprehensive question bank based on Bloom's taxonomy was prepared and made available on the AICT portal. About 5,000 teachers were trained as trainers. Now the number of credits were also reduced to make room for critical and out-of-the-box thinking. Multidisciplinary courses have been allowed and multiple entry and exit points are envisaged from the year 22-23.
Integrating a vocational education with technical education is also allowed. Internships was made compulsory in technical education and a portal has been developed where around 50,000 companies and government agencies are registered and offer internships to students. More than 10 lakh internships are currently available in the portal. With the help of NITT a comprehensive policy for training teachers and technical education has been formulated and implemented. Technical education in Indian languages has been made possible to provide equal opportunities to the diverse and remote students. Undergraduate and diploma students were provided books in Indian languages to support the initiative. He also developed a portal, Bharat, to identify learning gaps at each stage of learning. The portal contains about 2 lakh questions of varying complexity. Now, I request Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary AICT, to unbind the plaque. I also request all the dignitaries on the dais to join Professor Rajiv Kumar in the unbinding.
Thank you all. Now may I invite Professor Rajiv Kumar for the inaugural address.
Namaskar. Honorable Janab Tkmce Hassan Musali, President of the TKM College Trust, Janab TK Jalaluddin Mushaile, Treasurer of the Trust, Dr. TK Sahawul Hamid, Principal of TKM College of Engineering, Dr. Mohammad Sadiq, Chief Mentor of the Idea Lab, Dr. TK Krishna Kumar, Coordinator Idea Lab, my friends from AICT, Dr. Neeraj Saxena, Dr. Ramesh V. Krishnan, faculty members from the college, and my dear students. Very good afternoon to each and everyone. And I thank all the organizers for giving me this opportunity to come to this great function of Idea Lab. Whenever I get an opportunity, sir, I'm not missing, and I find time also to visit the Idea Labs. And as already informed that we have started with 49 Idea Labs in the country, and that process was very cumbersome. There were several stages, and then we could identify 49 Idea Labs throughout the countries in collaboration with AICTE and with the support of college or with the industry. So your college was selected. I congratulate you, and you have a great history because the college was started in 1958. And you have a rich alumnus of eminent personalities, and we can understand that our process of selection, I give credit to my colleague Dr. Neeraj, that was very fair and the meaningful also that this type of college having great history and expertise was selected for this Idea Lab. Now, as Professor Hamid was talking, or the coordinator of the Idea Lab was talking, that the idea was that there should be no law in these Idea Labs, and you are following it. Thank you very much. And first, I will the background, how AICTE got this idea of starting Idea Labs. In 2017, much before this national education policy was announced, AICTE came out with a quality agenda, 10-point quality agenda. And in that quality agenda, curriculum revision, then induction program, teachers training, and accreditation, and examination reforms, industry connect. What do you think in that? What you see in the exam, this national education policy? They were part of that quality agenda which AICTE approved in 2017. And in that, we immediately start working on implementation of the quality agenda. And the first point was the curriculum revision. We constituted a committee of the experts, industry partners, and experts from the eminent from the institutes like IIT, ISCs, and the industry. They were part of the curriculum revision committee. They studied the curriculum and the credits across the world. And they suggested that AICTE must reduce the number of credits from presently in some of the states they were 220, 230 in 4 years degree programs to 160. So we adopted that and accordingly we revised the curriculum. Then there were so many allegations from various quarters. Then we are reducing this all this. What is required in the engineering curriculum, students will not be able to grab out of these 160 credits. Then we explained that we are not reducing the credit. We are giving space to our students. So that they can think differently apart from the classroom teaching. That was the main idea. And then Dr. Saxena came with that we should also start such type of things like tinkering lab in the school. This is the extended version, but being monitored continuously, mentored continuously by AICTE. Whatever activities are being undertaken in these Idea Labs, they are monitored through a portal. A team of experts at AICTE level, headed by Dr. Saxena, is monitoring such activities, and it is coming in the domain. You can also the coordinator of this Idea Lab can see the activities undertaken by the other Idea Labs also. So this is visible to all the Idea Labs, that what type of activities they can learn from that activity. They can, your good practices can be adopted by other Idea Labs also. So this is a very transparent type of system we have developed, and that has changed the concept of hands-on part. Now, not many industries, they are also coming that we make us part of this Idea Lab also. They are approaching to our Idea Labs also directly. Now, in short span of 8 to 10 months or 12 months, many patents, they have been filed by the students, those who are using these Idea Labs in various parts of the country. So this is the outcome in very short time. And many prototypes have been developed, and they are at various stages also. So you will learn more about this thing when Saxena ji will tell about this Idea Lab, what are the activities. But definitely this Idea Lab, and many experts, they are saying that these type of concept is going to change the face of the technical education in the country. Now another thing, what we have done, and because large number of students and faculty members are there, that if your university is not providing the facility of minors, and if you cannot get minors in your degree, then please do it on your own. There are so many agencies, channels, facilities like SWAM, they are there, utilize them and try to acquire knowledge, expertise in emerging technologies. And what are the emerging technologies? We all know these are the AI, IoT, this is robotics, quantum computing is another emerging area, 3D printing, all these, they are the emerging technologies. Every student must have expertise in one or two emerging technologies, and we have requested universities also to start concept of minors. We have framed syllabus of all these minors in emerging technologies. They are available on our website. Dr. Ramesh is dealing with this preparation of the curriculum, and it has been made available. Even in the electric vehicles, we have the curriculum as a minor in our website. Please take advantage of that curriculum. Also, we have various schemes for our students. Large number of girls are here. We have a scheme known as the Prakriti scheme, where we are providing 50,000 rupees per year to the girls. Those who are selected, there is a selection procedure, number of seats are specified for the states. But why I am sharing this information to you? If you have not availed or you have not applied, please convey this message to your sisters, those who are aspiring for the technical education, that they should apply. It's a prestigious scholarship. We are just transferring 50,000 rupees in your account, DBT. We are not asking any document out of that scholarship. So this is the scheme. Another scheme is that if your team wants to participate in some competition abroad, you are doing a competition in your college, and you are taking part at the India level and various levels. But if your team is selected in some competition internationally and you want to participate, then we are also supporting up to 10 students in a team for competition abroad. Please visit our website, see what we are offering for the students, see what are the schemes there for the faculty and for the institutions. Try to take advantage of these schemes. Once again, I thank coordinator and the management and the principal of the institute for giving me this opportunity for this inaugural function of Idea Labs. And after this function, we will visit Idea Labs. But one thing I will request to all students and the faculty also, please visit this Idea Lab. And when you will visit, definitely some idea will come in your mind and will try to explore that idea in that lab also. So a lot of facilities are there in this Idea Lab. I was told by Neeraj Saxena ji during when we were traveling from hotel to this place that initially these Idea Labs we planned for the students. But the outcome is that the most large number of faculty, they are also showing interest, they are going there, they are exploring their ideas in these Idea Labs. So this is one thing very, very interesting. And you visit, I'm not saying you work, at least you visit these Idea Labs, and definitely I'm sure that some ideas will come in your mind and you will try to explore these ideas there. With all these words, thank you very much. Namaskar, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Neeraj Saxena was a CSIR Research Fellow and a postdoctoral fellow of CSIR National Physical Laboratory, New Delhi. He specialized in the field of acoustic remote sensing and its application to air pollution and was involved in the development of the first indigenous Doppler sonar that can remotely detect wind and turbulence in the lower atmosphere. Dr. Saxena is currently on deputation to AICT from Technology Information, Forecasting and Assessment Council, India's technology think tank, where he has been a scientist since April 2000. He was a member of the team that drafted the Technology Vision 2035 to the country and was instrumental in developing the technology roadmap of the education sector.
Dr. Saxena led the mission REACH, Relevance and Excellence in Achieving New Heights in Educational Institutions, a major initiative to reorient higher science and technology education to make it relevant to industry. In 2006, the Department of Science and Technology DST selected Dr. Saxena for the Executive Education Program on Science, Technology and Innovation Policy at the J.F. Kennedy School of Government, Harvard University. In 2008, he studied project management for the World Grant funded projects at the ILO International Training Center in Turin, Italy. He was a member secretary of the working group for the 12th five-year plan of the Government of India and developed the detailed project report for the National Mission on Interdisciplinary Cyber-Physical Systems of the DST.
Dr. Neeraj Saxena is presently an advisor with the AICT Ministry of Education. He heads the Institutional Development Cell of AICT, which funds the infrastructure and institutional initiatives in the AICT recognized higher education institutions. He also heads the AICT cell for the Prime Minister's Special Scheme for Students, PMSS. Previously, he headed the AICT cell for skill development and the policy and academic planning bureau. Dr. Saxena has pioneered AICT Idea Lab scheme for idea development, evaluation and application, AICT Spices scheme for promoting interest, creativity and ethics among students, and AICT Space scheme for promoting accessible education. So I kindly invite Dr. Neeraj Saxena, Advisor 1, IDC, AICT for delivering the keynote lecture on institutional development in the context of NEP 2020.
Good afternoon, Namaskar and Jai Hind. At the outset, I, on behalf of AICT, congratulate this prestigious college for having taken up this offer of setting up an Idea Lab and being the front runner, although it is getting inaugurated a little late, but they have kept pace with other Idea Labs. So I congratulate the entire team and the management for this wonderful initiative. You have come up to our expectations and we would like to see it expanding further. As read out that I am basically a scientist. I started my career as a scientist under the wings of fire, Dr. Kalam. So that was sort of a training that I was imparted to see beyond. So I'm not like all of you, the faculty, so I think slightly differently. So what I have felt over the years is that we have had education, but what we actually need is learning. And education happened because we had an industrial society and we needed people to be trained for that particular society where conformism was required, things were to be of certain standards, size, everything was fixed. And unfortunately, we treated humans also in the same way, and we created channels which put us into education stream. And before industrialization, if you look, it was the Gurukuls and the equivalents which were academic entities. And there it was all about learning. It was all about learning and personalized adaptive learning. So that was, and we were the Vishwagurus. We commanded 1/3 of the global GDP. So that proves how education in that era, that is learning, was helping this nation. Now, ever since the arrival of internet, education and knowledge, information, they have democratized. And the scales have started tilting in favor of learner-centric systems rather than teacher-centric systems. So all that we have built up in the last 200 years prior to arrival of internet was all towards education. So the last proof, I would say on a lighter note, in favor of learner-centered system is that even our elites institutions which used to boast about their faculty and their academic attainments today talk about the placement, the package their students get. So it indicates that it is all learner-centered now. Now when this change is happening, it is quite natural that many of the things that we have, many of the elements that we have also must change. And I've observed that during this pandemic, the biggest assault in the education system was not on the teachers, not on the students, but on the classrooms. I don't know if you have observed, but now we see that in our classrooms, online learning starts from row 1. That means the classrooms that we have had for passing instructions is over. It has lost its meaning. And that's why we have created this concept of Idea Lab. what we need through education or learning is cultivation of mind. That's what learning in the past and for the pre-industrial society was meant for. It was about enlightenment, awakening, all those sort of things, not to prepare you for job. And we have observed that education is a kind of homogeneous activity. You have classes and all the students which are put on those classrooms are based on their age. It's age which puts them together and forms a class. Whereas actually it should be the level of your learning. But because the industrial society was there, we could not do that. And the easiest thing for the management was to identify them through age. So that really is not the way, because we all humans are unique. So what we really need, and you can see it also happening, that learning happens best when we are a heterogeneous group. So this we have observed in our faculty development programs also, where we have faculty from mechanical, from electrical, faculty from a city institution, from a rural institution. So all this picture when we see, we find that learning happens more when the people are of different backgrounds and different age groups, different geographical regions. So we have to actually rethink the way we actually create our academic institutions. The role of teachers, as sir also mentioned in one of his speeches, that it has become of a mentor. And if you look back at the Indian way we were having the teachers, we never had teachers actually. So there were 6 types of teachers. If you go back and into the history and look at the way we had. So at the bottom was Adhyapak, one who would just give instructions. Then was Upadhyaya, who would give knowledge. Then you had Pandits, who would impart skills. Then you had Drashta, and like that Acharya, and at the top was Guru. So that was how our teachers were. And if you see that in all Indian languages, you will find these terms. That means we had an education system where teachers were playing different roles. Currently, we have put them in the front of the students, and that may not be the right place. And we need to prepare teachers for that. They are not the repositories and transmitters of knowledge anymore. So they need to become mentors. Instead of standing in front of the students, they have to go back and mentor them. Curriculum has been a prescription from the universities, and it is, the plan is to cover the curriculum, but what actually is required is uncovering it. It means that you have to tell your engineer that these are the things, these are the thoughts. As an engineer, you are expected to know this. And the quest should not really be on teaching everything, but motivating them, preparing them to cover not all the points, but become a lifelong learner. Become ready to pick up all that knowledge and utilize it for whatever work they are doing. So we need to actually look curriculum from that angle. Instead of routine activities, the hackathons have become very popular now. Things like hackathons, because you challenge. The curriculum doesn't challenge. It somehow needs to be covered, but a hackathon challenges, it excites. So that's how they have become popular. We have the concept of examinations, which puts the universities on a topmost hierarchy of the systems. You have had examinations, and they are all to test memory. And when we put pressure on our minds, and if it is in a language which is not your mother tongue, then you are actually forced to memorize. So if that memorizing happens and our exams become a tool to test your memorization. And the simple example is that we allow our students to use Google and now chat GPT for their work, for their studies. Throughout the year we allow them. But for 3 hours for the examinations, we don't allow them. So in effect, we are actually testing only their memory. Their learning is not tested. So I often jokingly also say that EXAM stands for examining xeroxing ability of mind. What we actually need is TASK. That is testing of abilities, skills and knowledge. So TASK. And that's where this Idea Lab fits in. So I've narrated many things where change is required and what is actually the need of the day. And it is put collectively that we need change in our institutions. They have to be more resilient now. Pandemic showed us we have to change very quickly. And the onslaught of technology which are growing at an exponential rate will really hit hard institutions if they try to sit in comfort zones. So this is a big challenge for institutions. Now, learner-centeredness also includes faculty. It's not about just preparing the students, taking care of the student. The faculty has to be prepared for that. The administration, they also have to accept that the winds are now from the other side. The management also. And as we progress, there are speculations that in another 25 years, we will be hitting technological singularity. It means it will be the human intelligence and the machine intelligence will be indistinguishable. We will not be able to make out whether this is the intelligence of machine or man. And at that point of time, there are speculations that learning will also become obsolete. But that is still 25 years. Let me come to the Idea Lab. We started with 49 and today we have around 93 sanctioned. And in those 49, 50 that we have had, there is a footfall of about 1 lakh people from academics. In that, 70,000 children, engineering students are actually using Idea Lab. In those 50 Idea Labs, 70,000. And in that 70,000, roughly 10,000 are from other institutions, not their own. So it has transcended the boundaries of the institution where it is located. 10,000 school children have come to our Idea Labs. They are just fascinated. They see how a 3D printer works or how an IoT is applied and all these things. So it is one of the ways we are able to excite the next generation of engineers. We never expected that tinkering labs will get attached with us. There are ITI students who come to us, our Idea Lab. Polytechnics are coming in boards. So this is what we actually envisaged was a lab for the students. But we never expected it is going to touch many more lives, many more academic people, even the industries. 300 patents. So I mentioned the number is around 300. So that has been achievement in just 8 months. And when we talk about Idea Lab, we forget and don't talk about papers. In our monitoring process also, nowhere we count. Because we want more and more people to come forward, test their ideas, translate them into products, prototypes. We have redefined the FDPs. FDP used to be for 5 days, but effectively only 4 days if you remove the valedictory and inaugural. And it was just to collect the certificate for your promotions. But the Idea Lab FDPs, I'm sure you have also conducted and attended. The faculties come at 9, but we don't know when they will go back. So they are glued and they work like children. And that's the joy, and everybody says that we want to come again. So this we never thought we would be able to change. And one of the principals of a college, he called me up after an FDP when his colleagues reported back to him. He said, I was trying to change the mindset of my faculty for 5 years. You did it in 5 days. So I'm sure the Idea Lab here will also be as effective as others are. So I think I've taken more time than I should have taken, but I really congratulate this team, and I'm sure that the college will take lead in encouraging more institutions to go for Idea Labs, whether it is AICT funding or AICT support or not. This is the need of the hour. We need to move away from rote learning. We want better engineers. And unless they do things with their own hands, it is not going to happen. So we need such type of interventions. Maybe Idea Lab is not the only solution, but we need to find out more solutions. And I'm sure TKM College would take lead in this and encourage many more institutions and even the schools to come forward and join this big movement that we have started from AICT under the blessings of MS sir and Chairman sir. So thank you once again, and I'm very happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan started his career as a lecturer at Government Engineering College, Adur in 1998 and later at College of Engineering, Munnar till 2012. He has a bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, a master's degree in engineering management, a doctorate in management, a doctorate in education, a diploma in educational management from the Executive Global System, Harvard University, and has also 35 publications to his credit. He is a member of the editorial board of Science India, the National Science Magazine, and has written 2 books with reputed international publishers and contributed chapters to 7 educational publications. He joined the All India Council for Technical Education, the regulatory body for higher and technical education of the Government of India, as director in 2012 and was appointed Western Regional Officer in charge of Maharashtra, Goa, Dadra Nagar Haveli, Daman and Diu in 2013. In 2014, he was given responsibility for the technical institutions of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka, Kerala and Lakshadweep. He is currently the Director of Approval Bureau at the AICT headquarters in New Delhi.
He is a member of the Board of Research Institute for Japan, UK and Europe, Hiroshima, Japan and Contemporary Management Research, University of Taipei, Thailand. He coordinated the Swachhta Awards and Clean Campus program of the Ministry of Human Resources Development, Government of India, and was the Center Head for Prime Minister's Special Scholarship Scheme in 2017 in Sri Lanka. AICT appointed Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan as the National Advisor for Government's flagship Sunset Adarsh Grama Yojana. He received the Visionary Leader Award 2017 at the Global Education Summit organized by CEGR New Delhi, the Young Education Administrator Award 2018 at the Research and Innovation Summit at India International Center New Delhi, the Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Lifetime Achievement National Award 2019 from ICER for his contributions to education, and the Harvard University Global Systems Award in 2019. Now, it's time to release a brochure, so I invite Dr. Mohammad Sadiq, Chief Mentor, Idea Lab, to hand over the brochure to Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan, Advisor to Policy and Academic Planning Bureau, AICT. And I also request Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan to release the brochure by handing it over to the Chairman of TKM Trust, Janab Dr. T.K. Shahrasan Musliya. Thank you, sir. Now I invite Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan for the felicitation.
The most respected Janab Shahil Hassan Musliar sir, Rajiv sir, Neeraj sir, Shahul Hamid sir, Jalaluddin sir, Sadiq sir, Krishna Kumar sir, all the faculty colleagues and student friends. Very good afternoon to all of you. First and foremost, let me congratulate the management of TKM College of Engineering for donating the brand TKM as Kerala's contribution to the top-notch quality education, higher education institutions in the country. The tireless efforts need to be applauded. Whenever I used to get a call either from Shahul sir or earlier from Ayub sir or Iskapele from Bilipo sir or from Dilip sir, or whenever I got an opportunity to pass through this road, I used to think of one of my misfortunes which happened in 1992, exactly about 30 years back, when I got my house received a postcard regarding counseling for engineering admissions 1992, where it was too late that my father already had paid fees at KBG College of Engineering, Sulia, and the management told they won't refund the fee. Or else I also would have, whichever part of the world I would have been, I also would have been fortunate to have taken the tag like I am also an alumnus of TKM College of Engineering. All the schemes regarding AICT, what is the vision of AICT, on what way we are, it has been beautifully told by Rajiv sir and Neeraj sir. Now with me, I have only 2 points to appeal to the students and the management. 2023 onwards, the next 5 years, we are treating as the year for implementation of National Education Policy 2020. Previous 2 years, we were taking it forward to spread what is NEP 2020, what are the preparedness required from the institution level. Now it is the implementation stage has started. We have already announced the National Credit Framework, minors in various courses, in what all way AICT could support that we have already announced. And I'm pretty sure that TKM College of Engineering, under the leadership of Shahil sir and Shahul Hamid sir and the faculty members, you could be a front runner and could create as a role model institution for the state of Kerala on how to effectively and beautifully implement National Education Policy 2020. Yesterday we had a brief discussion with Shahul sir, Dilip sir and all, what are the items that AICT is putting forth so that the management could take it up and try at their level. And I'm sure TKM will emerge as the first institute in the state which has successfully implemented NEP 2020. The second point from my end is that all of you know, 2023, the country is celebrating India's presidency over the prestigious G20. Already AICT has issued some circulars to all the institutions, like whatever activities the college is doing, maybe it's a faculty program or maybe it's even for the students, showcase it as an activity which the college is initiating as a part of its G20 celebration. AICT also will be lending our support through our logo support or whatever it be, so that we could jointly make India's G20 as a beautiful celebration. I think it was introduced, when I was being introduced, it was told like I am with AICT since 2012. During my second appointment in 2021, when after joining, the chairman called me to his chamber and told, so you will be given the Bureau of Policy and Academic Planning. When it was heard, it was a true burning sensation to me, like I am being given Policy and Academic Planning Bureau. Just because of the reason, like the faculty norms, faculty promotions are handled by P&AP Bureau. And the maximum number of court cases and all the issues what AICT is facing is related to P&AP Bureau. When I went and sat and started studying the things, it was very much relaxed. Like the major issues and all were solved when Rajiv sir was heading the bureau, and later on it was fine-tuned during Neeraj sir's period. So now it's a well-established seat for P&AP Bureau. And one request from AICT to all the teachers and students over here is that at presently I am heading the Swayam cell of AICT. So Swayam, we have already floated a lot of notices to the colleges, the teachers and the students, like if you want to give any self-paced online course, then AICT is always extending a helping hand to you. So we have recently also issued one public notice. If any of the teachers you are all the research scholars who are interested in giving a self-paced course on SWAYAM, so you are always welcome. Every month we have an evaluation process, it's an unbiased one. So if the content is fine, good, then ICT will take it up and it will be published in the SWAYAM portal. So I request all the teachers and the research scholars, if you are interested in donating a self-paced course to the SWAYAM, you are almost welcome. Also, multiple times we have issued circulars to all the colleges that if you are interested in translating any of the SWAYAM courses to the Malayalam language or to any of the 16 languages, you are welcome. Again, I am making it as an opportunity to request all of you. It's not like every word to be precisely translated to the Malayalam word. It should convey the meaning, what it means, that's it. So the college also, if any of the teachers are interested, you could take it up as an opportunity. Just write a mail to ICT with a title like interest for translation. Immediately we'll be giving you a small assignment, a 1-minute assignment we'll be giving to you. You can translate it and submit. And once you submit, it will go through a validation process, and if it is accepted, immediately you could choose which subject you want to translate. And once you submit the translation, the remuneration will be paid to you at the rate of ₹1 per word. So rather than the volume or the quantum of the remuneration you are getting, it is that you are getting a certificate from SWAYAM, Ministry of Education, like you were a part of the translation process. So I request all of you kindly to take up this initiative and help ICT to get our task of translation completed at a faster pace. With this, I am winding up my words. Once again, congratulating management of TKM College of Engineering for grabbing the most prestigious Idea Lab of ICT. As I told, I had been with ICT for almost 10 years. My first appointment was with the Research, Faculty and Infrastructure Development Bureau, which dealt with the model of RPS and all. But among all the schemes that have been floated by ICT, I strongly feel that Idea Lab is the one that has really made some change in the mindset of faculty as well as the students. This was because earlier all schemes, it was funding maybe for upgradation of lab, or for research, or for seminar grant, or for faculty development program, or institution promotion cell and all. But Idea Lab has really changed the mindset of students and teachers. And recently, Neeraj sir was saying, somebody shared a quote, one child asking her father, when the father designed something in the 3D printing machine in the Idea Lab, and the child is asking the father, you know to work with your hand. This is a level in which the perception about teachers has been changed when Idea Lab came into existence. And I strongly believe like TKM Idea Lab will be a trendsetter one for the state of Kerala by making it open to all the nearby colleges and also to the schools in the near future. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. It is now time to honor our chief guest. Now I request Treasurer of TKM College Trust, Janab Tkmce Aicte, to hand over the memento to our chief guest. Firstly, I request Janab Tkmce Aicte to hand over the memento to Professor Rajiv Kumar as a token of love and gratitude. Next, I request Janab Tkmce Aicte to hand over the memento to Dr. Neeraj Saxena. I also request our Treasurer to hand over the memento to Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan.
Thank you, sir. Now, Team Idea Lab would like to present mementos being manufactured in Tkmce Aicte Idea Lab to the dignitaries on the dais. I request our Principal Dr. D.A. Shawlami and Dr. Mohammed Sadiq, Chief Mentor, Idea Lab, to hand over the mementos. So first, I request Professor Shafi MN to hand over the memento to the Principal. And I request Principal Dr. D.A. Shawlami to present the memento to Professor Rajiv Kumar. So now, Mr. Hamid Hussain, Idea Lab Technical Guru, will hand over the memento to Dr. Mohammed Sadiq, Chief Mentor of Idea Lab, and now I request Dr. Mohammad Sadiq to give the memento to Dr. Neeraj Saxena. Next, I call upon Dr. Ansar Hassan, Coordinator Idea Lab, to hand over the memento to Principal, and I request Principal Dr. T.A. Shalnami to present the memento to Dr. Tkmce Aicte. Now, Mr. Haris Hay, Idea Lab Technical Guru, will hand over the memento to Dr. Sadiq, and requesting Dr. Sadiq to present the memento to our Chairman, Janab Dr. T.A. Shahid Hassan Musliya. So I call upon Mr. Shafiq P, Idea Lab Technical Guru, to hand over the memento to Mohammad Sadiq, the Chief Mentor of Idea Lab, and I also request Dr. Mohammad Sadiq, the Chief Mentor of Idea Lab, to hand over the memento to Janab T.K. Jalaluddin Musliya, the Treasurer of Tkmce Aicte.
Thank you, sir. Now I request Coordinator of Idea Lab, Dr. T.S. Krishna Kumar, for delivering the vote of thanks.
Good morning, Ananda. Today, I feel honored and privileged to have been allowed to extend a vote of thanks on this auspicious occasion. This is a significant day in our college's history, as we have formally inaugurated and dedicated the Tkmce Aicte Idea Lab to the research community and students that will definitely pave way in the empowering young minds with cutting-edge tools, processes, and skills, and as envisioned by the Aicte Idea Lab. With these wishes, let me enter into my assigned duty of proposing the vote of thanks. Janab Shahid Hassan Musliya is a person with a strategic vision and is guiding us on the right path. His being beneficent to the society has been the driving force in all our endeavors. He has always extended all possible support and motivated us. On behalf of the college and Idea Lab team, let me express our sincere gratitude to sir for presiding over today's event. Dr. Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary Aicte, a researcher who is instrumental in revamping the technical education in India that plays a vital role in human resource development of our country. We are blessed to have him among us. Thank you, sir, for accepting our invitation and inaugurating our Idea Lab. Dr. Neeraj Saxena, being the chairman, the steering committee of Aicte Idea Lab, and Advisor 1, IDC Aicte. Actually, this project is led by Dr. Saxena ji, and his regular monitoring and timely advices have been instrumental in realizing Tkmce Aicte Idea Lab. His words and observations in the institution development in the context of NDP 2020 has to be discussed and pondered upon. On behalf of our college's whole fraternity, I sincerely thank Dr. Neeraj Saxena. Thank you. Dr. Ramesh Krishna, the advisor to Policy and Academic Planning Bureau, Aicte. He has been a constant point of contact for us at Aicte, and he was instrumental in designing the model curriculum and making all the reforms at Aicte new education policies. Okay. Thank you, sir, for coming over here and gracing this occasion and releasing our proposal. Next, Jalaluddin Musliya, Treasurer of Tkmce College Trust, is a quality conscious person and is always giving us the support and guidance to attain the goals of our organization effectively and efficiently. He has shown keen interest and was actively involved in every stage of installation of the Idea Lab. From the bottom of my heart, let me express our sincere gratitude, sir. Dr. T.A. Shahul Hamid is really leading our institution with a vision and is encouraging all of us to come out of the comfort zone and work heart for the exponential growth of our college. He was kind enough to extend all the possible help from placing the proposal, construction of the lab, and for the arrangement of this function. From the bottom of my heart, let me express our sincere gratitude, sir. Now, I would like to express our sincere thanks to our wonderful responders, Janab Jamaluddin Musliar and Janab Akbar Haidar Musliar, and all other responders who have presented here for all the supports given to establish this idea lab. Thank you, sir. Dr. Mohammad Sadiq is a person who started this initiative of ACT Idea Lab, Tkmce Idea Lab, while being in the charge of Tkmce IEDC cell. It was his unwavering efforts in motivating the team members for preparing the proposal and attending the presentations and led us in being one among the 49 institutes selected pan-India for this initiative. At every stage of this Idea Lab, you can see his signature. I would like to thank Dr. Shafi Iman, the Assistant Chief Mentor of Idea Lab, and for coordinating all the activities of procurement of quality equipments and setting up of this laboratory and designing and conducting various training programs for students and faculty. Thank you, sir. Next, I would like to place on record the sincere thanks and gratitude to all our invited guests from the various collaborating institutes like Kerala State Institute of Design, various heads of the institutions of engineering colleges, government and aided higher secondary schools and unaided schools from the nearby places, and for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. Together we can work forward in igniting the young minds and making this Idea Lab a national movement. Finally, I would like to thank all the heads of the department, faculty members, staff, and our beloved students for making time to be with us today and helping us making this event a grand success. Now, I would like to thank Dr. Tina Lisa John, Head of the Department of Mathematics, and her team for making all the arrangements for this function. Thank you, ma'am. Now, I would like to thank Mr. Nawaz of Architecture Department for supervising the construction and interior designs of the Idea Lab. Thank you. At the end of it all, it gives me immense pleasure to see the proud faces of my team members of Idea Lab, Dr. Aksar Hassan, the co-coordinator, Mr. Hamid Hussain, Haris, Shafiq, and Professor Bilal, the tech gurus who are trained in various Idea Labs across the country, and my dear student ambassadors of the Idea Lab, and see their efforts being. They were actually working day and night for setting up this lab and conducting the various training programs. Thank you. We will be encouraged to work even harder for the betterment of our college, students, and the society to this great initiative by ACT. Thank you, one and all. Jai.
Thank you, sir. We have come to the end of this grand ceremony. Now, I request everyone to rise up for the national anthem.
गणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Once again, I thank all dignitaries on and off the dais and all faculty and students for joining us for the inauguration. I request all faculty, dignitaries, staff and students to visit Idea Lab, and tea and snacks are also arranged in the workshop block. So I kindly request everyone to proceed towards the workshop block. Thank you.